You're good. I'm recording. Yeah, we're good. That'll do.
You recording already?
Yeah, I didn't mean to, but I can stop it and start again.
No? What are you doing, dude?
Okay.
Nope. Sorry.
Nope, it's recording.
All right. I don't even have...
I'm pretty sure mine's been recording this whole time, so...
No, it hasn't been. So
You're
gonna be out of the first whatever. So then it's 30 seconds maybe.
Don't you dare.
It's too late.
It's too late, I already did it.
You did. Why did I agree to this?
I don't know. It's hard to look at somebody this good looking, I know.
Okay.
If you guys are listening to the podcast and you guys aren't watching us on YouTube yet, you're kind of missing out a little bit. I feel like it adds a little bit more personality. And if you're on YouTube's and you're not listening to the podcast and you're missing out on all the good information that we're putting together in the awesome openers, skits. This one's crazy.
This one's crazy.
Super crazy for the opener for this episode. So, I mean...
You're like, oh, what? This is crazy.
Yeah.
Like that. Like
you
that kind of
legitimately should be watching the YouTubes.
The YouTubes.
And listening to the podcast. Like, if you're not doing both...
The podcasts.
The podcasts and the YouTubes. If you're not doing both, I don't know what you're doing. Because we've made them to where they overlap for like, 15 minutes maybe? Maybe 10.
You get more of the us doing dumb shit for another little bit of the time.
On YouTubes.
And then you get us doing a lot more dumb shit, talking about smart shit.
And the podcast.
A lot of more times. But
this episode... So not all of our YouTube episodes are going to be accompanying the podcast. The most of them are. Every now and again, we're going to have some. But we'll explain it one more time so people understand. We're going to start the intros, first 10 minutes. They're going to overlap each other. Then we're going to go into the YouTube so we can get some of our hilarity and our nonsense out on YouTubes. And you guys can see our beautiful faces. And Branden wearing something ridiculous almost every time.
what are you talking about?
And then on the podcast,
my headphones were cold.
And on the podcast, we take a lot of time.
They wanted to be warmed up.
We take a lot of time curating a show. Branden does a lot of the research on that, where we dive into a topic that we like.
90% of the research.
Yeah, we dive into a topic that we really like, and it's a lot more research based.
I would say about 75% of the time I'm doing 100% of the research, but that 15% or 25% rather of the time Justin does quite a bit. He does either half, sometimes more.
It just depends on the episode. And it depends on timing.
But he does also, like, the reason I take over the research, because he has his other podcast, and he does all the editing the stuff.
Production. Yeah.
Yeah, he does the production side, and he pushes. He's the one that he's the pusher of the YouTube's episodes.
And I like so far. Like that last episode, I thought was really good.
It was really good. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and if you're listening to the podcast, like you don't know because it didn't overlap at all because Branden destroyed my computer, had to come out a little later.
He came out a little later of the closet.
But the episode is
good
strong.
for you, but you know.
Yep.
Probably should have been married.
And if you don't know on the podcast, though, the YouTube side, it is a little bit more of us wheeling and dealing, a little bit more freestyle from Branden and I. But we are starting to do where we have questions. We have questions that we're going to cover to kind of keep our madness contained a little bit.
No.
Not really.
Just directs it.
Tiny bit.
It just directs it. It's like the Hulk. You don't try to control the Hulk. You just try to direct it, you know?
Yeah.
Pre-Professor Hulk. You just try to give it a direction to go. You just, hey, big guy, that thing. And then he just, Hulk smash. Yeah.
Hulk smash.
Yeah.
This episode of the podcast is going to be our last on the run of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
This is the last YouTubes?
No. So it'll be our 7th episode on Marvel.
It's 6th, 7th, yes, 7th.
So it'll be
probably 30th because we talk about Marvel almost every episode. So
But so we have 6 episodes that are dedicated directly to the storyline that they've woven in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
Yep. So you're talking about all the way back from the first Avenger to where we're at with Endgame, and then we picked it back up these last couple episodes on the podcast from what was it first?
First Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
Then we went Black Widow.
But Black Widow's
with
back in time.
Yeah, but these last three episodes are from Black Widow. So everything that came out as far as movies and Marvel television shows after Endgame, we started with Black Widow. We're going to end with Hawkeye and Spider-Man No Way Home on this particular episode. So if you guys want to hear...
It'll in the opposite order. So it'll be Spider-Man No Way Home and then Hawkeye.
Yep. And we don't just like tell you what happens in the show. Like we are trying to find little Easter eggs, maybe little like things that you didn't notice.
Pretty much break down the whole of it. We break down like everything like scene by scene, especially the really important ones.
Yep.
I will like skip like lesser important scenes unless I think it's really funny or anecdotal or something that might be important later. And those are a lot of like what I'm talking about is like what is important to the story that the narrative is being drawn, and also what's going to be important later in the series, like what's going to happen later in the saga, as it were.
Yeah. So we do this in order to let you guys see the movies and shows through the lens of two people that really like Marvel and like deep dive into it. So we can give a little bit of like little Easter eggs, and
I do watch other podcasters and other videos and read a lot of articles. Yeah, I do read a lot of, so I have like little nuggets here and there.
Or if you want to keep you've never watched Marvel and you want to pretend like you have and you know it, then go ahead. Or if you want to join the conversation, just listen to the episode and
we condense, like literally condense all of that media. You don't have to watch the movies. If you listen to our podcast, like you would know what happens.
Now you're a Marvel expert. Bam.
Yeah, boom. Boom, bada bing.
And then so we did
like, yeah, that scene with like Yelena and Kate Bishop. Yeah, that's hilarious. It's crazy. It's like, what? They're gonna have dinner with the enemy? I know, like, so you'll know, like, you'll be in the know. And so you won't have to watch the whole series. You'll get it condensed version, breakdown of the entire show. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, and so we have 6 episodes that are of that. This episode in particular is going to be the last of the run for a while until we get more content.
Probably at the end of the year. I feel like every year we should do a trilogy for Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, it's shaping up that it might end up that way. We'll see. It depends on how much Marvel content comes out.
It seems like a lot,
and how much. Yeah, so we'll play that by ear. But we're going to come back to it. We just enjoy talking about it. Yeah. But this is the last run for a little while. Yeah. We do have the 7th episode is talking about how the Marvel as a studio came to be about to create MCU.
Yes,
and I curated that one in the research.
He did.
That is the best episode. One Marvel's Backdrop. Check it out.
It's about as good as that burp.
I honestly, I really do enjoy that episode.
It was very good. Actually, I tell people stuff that I learned in that episode all the time. Yeah.
That one was, I learned a lot more about Marvel
and
as a whole from that.
Have been asking me a lot of like what I think about Marvel, and I have had answers, and it's I have to 100%. I have to credit it to this podcast. I don't think I would be as big of a Marvel nerd if it wasn't for this podcast. I think I'd be more of like a casual fan.
Yep.
But because it's podcast, I'm just like, I can't seem to get enough because I want to be able to share it with you guys and I want to have conversation. And people ask me, hey, what do you think about where the Spider-Men are going? And then like, where do you think about like maybe possible Spider-Gwen? And like, you know what I mean? And I am on board the Emma Stone possibility route. I think it's a strong possibility.
Amazing Spider-Gwen should be the move.
And they did confirm they're going. No, Sony said they're open to another collab with a small live action Marvel Spider-Man verse thing. There is going to be there's high likelihood there's going to be another Toby, Andrew, Tom Holland situation happening.
They're open to it. So I wouldn't say high likely. I say
highly likely.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't say it's confirmed, but it's highly likely.
I still.
There's a solid chance.
I don't think so.
I definitely
don't think so. I don't. I think they're open to it.
Why are you so negative?
I just don't think it fits within the.
I definitely do. I can see it.
No, it would have to be in somebody else's universe, possibly. But you also think like Tom Holland is also like his career's starting to take off a little bit more, and he wants to take a break right now. So it's not as easy as. If they can make it work, they'll make it work.
I think it's going to happen.
But that's not high on their priority list.
I don't think it's going to happen the next year or two, but I do think it's going to happen.
I think it's
going to happen sooner than you think.
I think it's going to be, I give it a 35% chance.
I give it a 79% chance.
So I'm not slamming the door on it, but the door's opened, but it's not like swung open.
I'm saying
cracked open.
It's pretty damn open, but there is a room for it to close at any point. You can freaking renege me as much as you want, Justin. It's gonna happen. I want to make sure it happens.
I don't even know if I want it to happen, to be honest with you.
I do. It'd be amazing.
It would have to be done right, though. Like this
It
was
would
done,
be done right.
This was done well. Well, if it's only Sony at the helm, because you'd have to get Marvel
I think
behind
it. Would be a movie beforehand or a show that would lead into it happening. And the second that show ends, the movie will begin, and we'll have a from the beginning to end movie.
I don't know.
It could be definitely done. They've done it before. It's not like it hasn't been done.
I don't know. I give it a 35% chance, and I don't know if
79%.
If we get to that point where
what? just out of spite, 93% chance.
No.
99% chance.
If we get to the point where they start to say that they're having discussions with Marvel and with these actors,
you know that they're open to it.
Then I'll move it up to 60%. But at the time they're open to that, it could be them just being like, oh yeah, fans want it. Yeah, of course we're open for it. Doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean any.
I think they're gonna do it. I would guarantee that Toby, Andrew, and Tom would be open to doing another movie.
Again, yeah, they're open to it. But will it happen? Can it happen?
I think
two completely different things.
Feige is more than capable of making it happen.
Yeah, but does he want? Because he already has another story. He's not going to just completely give away his vision for this next.
Well, it's all multiverse. There'd be more than enough room for.
Yeah, but they already have ideas what they want to do. Like
but you don't know what they are.
I'm telling you, I get it 30% because anyone can say
you should poop your pants.
You know what?
I think you should poop your pants. I think there's a 99% chance I want you to poop your pants.
I'm open to freaking buying a brand new Lexus. I'm open to having three Range Rovers.
I'm open
to buying $1 million house.
I'm open to you poop your pants in that $1 million house. I'm open to you poop your pants right now.
I'm open to having my own private helicopter.
I'm open to having an open
across the country.
Poop all out in your pants.
Yeah, I'm open to it. That means jack shit.
You're a jack shit.
It means jack shit.
Just jack shit in your pants because you're going to poop them.
If the opportunity presents itself, yeah, for sure I would take it. But the chance of that is there's still so much that's got to happen. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's why 79, but you're being such an asshole about it.
79%, that's way too high.
There's not.
Yes.
There's not. There's 21% chance that it won't happen, which is a lot. It's not great odds.
There's like a 60% chance plus that it won't happen.
No. Yeah. I think you should poop your pants. That's why I think there's a 100% chance I want you to poop your pants right now.
When they start to say they're having discussions or someone's put together a screenplay.
I'm having a discussion right now with myself about you pooping your pants.
Okay, moving past Branden's freaking Brandenness.
I'm sorry, you're a D-bag about it.
Oh, how?
Being a D-bag. I call it D-baggery.
You know, I mean...
Branden's a plunger.
I wish I had a Justin's a plunger button. This is bullshit that you have the fucking computer, the keyboard, and the mixer with the sounds.
I'm just saying.
Where's the Jamie Foxx one? That's for you. That's for you.
All I'm saying is we're open to it and it's going to happen are two completely different things. That's all I'm saying. Moving past it to something we both enjoy. You know what I'm going to say?
Fellatio?
Oh, for sure.
I mean, giving or receiving, am I right?
For
giving
sure.
or receiving.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, that's
okay.
For now. Okay. Before we get off the podcast side, I do want to ask you about Moon Knight.
Dude, I am so pumped. I'm so pumped. Freaking, what's his name? What's the name of the actor?
Now I'm drawing a blank on it right now.
Way to go, Justin. And our phones are right there. Your computer's up. Mine's not. Look it up real quick. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Too many names and situations going on in my head. But freaking, he plays in Rogue One. No. Yes.
Oscar
no.
Isaac.
And he does in the, yeah.
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah. Thank you. Oscar Isaac. Yeah, he's in the Star Wars the next trilogy,
he's
right?
What's his name from Star
He's
Wars?
the pilot.
The pilot. Yeah.
Yep. I can't remember the character.
Poe Dameron.
Poe. Yep. I really liked him. I really like the character. I don't like the movies, but I like that character.
I'm curious to see like Ethan Hawke. It does suck though that guy passed away.
Yes.
Because apparently they were really excited about him.
Yeah, they were gonna do a whole thing. He wasn't gonna be done after the first season. He's the main antagonist, or well, he's going to be the background antagonist.
Yeah, but they were going to build up to him being a main one.
Yeah,
he was 37.
It was going to be the next season where he was going to have this.
Uliel.
Yep, he has a skiing accident.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He ran into another skier.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, it is horrible. It's real tragedy.
But Moon Knight itself, the layers of that.
Dude, it's gonna be fantastic. So he has three main personalities.
Yes, he has three main personalities. So his main personality is a guy that he doesn't even recognize for it seems like the beginning of the show. And then as he finds the cell phone that he planted for himself and all these different things, because he's struggling mentally.
Yep.
So they're gonna go at all the possibilities with the show.
Yep. And that's his other personality is struggling mentally. And then there's a third personality. What is it, Justin? Do you know what it is?
So he's a rich one. He's the guy that works in the shop, and then the other one is like an Indiana Jones type.
Nope.
Nope.
It's a little girl.
I don't know.
It's a little girl. It's a child. Or at least comic book wise.
Well, then he has four because there's another third adult.
No, there's the third main. There's three main personalities. There's other personalities, but there's three.
So there's Mark Spector.
Yes.
Who is I think who you see at first, right?
He's the main. Mark Spector is his main personality. That's
he's planted for himself to find.
Yeah, Mark Spector is who he actually is.
Yeah, but during the show.
Yeah. Well, that's he has to find himself, right?
Dude, how cool does Khonshu look though?
Dude, super fucking hot, dude.
It's so cool. Watch the trailer and then like slow it down to see Khonshu because
you got to slow it down. Yes,
he looks crazy.
I saw some screen bites later, but
Stephen Grant.
Yes.
Jake Lockley, and then Mr. Knight. Because he's a taxi cab driver.
Yes.
He's a billionaire.
He's like 5, yeah. But the three main are the Mark Spector, the one that we see, I can't remember, I think it's Grant, and then the little girl are his three main, in the comic books.
So it's weird, though, because he is Stephen Grant.
Yes.
But he's not a billionaire in the show. They've taken that out. Or at least that he doesn't know of.
I think Mark Spector is.
Mark Spector is definitely his more badass side, and then obviously
I think Mark Spector is actually who he is, and then all the rest are his subsequent personalities. But
honestly I hope that they never really reveal like who he really. They keep you guessing. Like, is it Mark? It's got to be Mark Spector. Yeah. Maybe it's not. But maybe it's, you know what I mean?
Like, which personality it is. Yeah. So I mean, they can do whatever they want with it. But in the comic books too, he takes on the personas of Wolverine, Deadpool. Like he steals personas from people, like he does all the time. And then there's a couple things like there's certain people that think they could beat them, but they'd never want to fight him because of the way he fights. Or a taskmaster doesn't ever want to imitate him because of the way he fights. He takes like guns and and knives and swords dead on. Like they come right at him. Like he doesn't stop them from stabbing him and stuff. And he uses that as a tactic to scare his opponents.
Well, he's possessed by Khonshu, and Khonshu just takes it on. Again, Khonshu looks so ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
So cool.
Is he badass? Is he badass? Think like Batman, less detective and more badassery. Like that's gonna be Moon Knight.
Moon Knight, I'm excited for it.
Like the gritty, excited. Robert Pattinson. You think about the commercials or the trailers you've seen for him, where he's just beating the shit out of people. That's what we're talking about.
That looks good too. And they both come out in May, right? No, Moon Knight comes out sooner than that.
Yes.
I was hoping Moon Knight would come out in February. I was hoping, but it's gonna come out March 30th. That's when it's gonna come out. You have Multiverse of Madness and Batman coming out in May, I believe.
I believe that's right. I believe that's correct, yeah.
And both of those look so good.
Dude.
And moving real quick, I know this is a Marvel centric episode. Have you watched Peacemaker yet?
Ariana Grande or Drake? What? Brad Pitt or Payne Stewart or Doug the Pug? Khloe Kardashian, the Red Tiger from Voltron, Fran Tarkenton, Joe Montana, Joe Montana, Eddie Murphy, Michael Jordan, Michael B. Jordan, BTS, Eugene Levy, fuck dude, John Lovitz, shut the fuck up and listen, man. I'm giving you a list of people you could have done. Danny DeVito, Will Ferrell, Howard Stern, Baba Booey, Robin Ophelia, Quivers, Alice Cooper.
I have not.
Okay, it's worth watching.
Yeah,
so the next episode, because this one's Marvel, we won't go too deep into it.
So right now I'm watching The Witcher 2, and then I'll go watch Peacemaker, and then I'm going to watch sort of my animes, and then because I'm always watching Hakushu. I love that show, but
Hakushu.
Yeah, Hey Hakusho. And then I'm watching Attack on Titan and One Piece as they release. I'm all caught up on those, so I'm waiting for them to release. And then I'm watching To Your Eternity for my anime nerds. Check that one out if you haven't seen it yet. To Your Eternity on Crunchyroll. They have one season out. It's 20 episodes. There will be more coming out in December of this year. Really good, interesting, very original. I would highly recommend. But that's my anime minute.
Okay. So we'll watch Peacemaker. You'll watch it. We'll talk about it in the next episode because this is Marvel too. I don't want to get too deep into it.
But it was anime for like 2 seconds.
It was better than I thought. Just so people were if you.
It's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, but we're gonna cut the podcast off right here. We're gonna get to the Marvel episode. So much to talk about.
Okay,
Hawkeye.
There's some things we gotta talk about for our podcast side real quick. Just the email hdwghpod1.
Yeah, I was gonna add that for both. That we do this. So if you want to email us.
Okay. Sorry, I just don't want you to skip over it.
At gmail.com.
Sorry, that's not me. That's not me.
Yeah, this is my first go round, bro.
It is. So
this is my first go round.
It is.
You know what?
Branden's a plancha.
Poop your pants. So I'm gonna get your poop your pants button in there. I'm gonna switch with the Brandon's a plancha. You're gonna go put Brandon's pants. Get the poop your pants.
Find us on Instagram and TikTok at How Did We Pod. As Instagram, at How Did We Pod, and TikTok, at How Did We Pod.
Just like the Branden Bro 94, you can find it on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch,
at
YouTube.
Branden Bro 94.
Yep.
All of them.
Yep.
At Justareyes on Instagram as well is my personal one. Or, of course, all of this, both my podcasts, the YouTube, the YouTubes for both of them. And then if Branden does switch his gaming show to YouTube's, or even his Twitch, I need to get with him. We're going to add that to the website as well. Justareyes.com will be, and then when we do the Sam merch, which is coming up next month, it all going to be there. Justareyes.com. And I think that's get to the podcast episode.
Yeah. Oh, you can also email me, BrandenBro94@gmail.com.
Yeah. There's a few different emails
that's
for us.
It. Yeah.
But HWGH Pod 1 is the main one for this one.
Yes.
Go to the anchor page to donate or leave a voice message. Get to the podcast. Get out of here.
Yep. Poop your pants.
All right. Now it's just you. And us. Hope you're watching this, Coop.
Okay. I'm getting uncomfortable about my own breathing.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit. A little weird.
It was a little weird. I think it's too far.
What is going to be? It's still going to be a little bit Marvel centric for this YouTube episode because
this was the question. I started the questions last time you hit this question.
We're in a Marvel mood.
Hit us with the question, Justin.
Okay. Marvel mood. We're going to stick to that. What's your thoughts on cauliflower?
I think it's garbage. I would rather eat broccoli or stab myself in the eye with 1,000 pencils.
What about cauliflower cheese?
I've never had it. Don't want to have it.
Ooh, dude.
I'm all the good.
Dude.
I'm all the good.
Dude. So I don't like cauliflower that much either, but Gran made some cauliflower cheese when they lived out there. It was crazy.
Really? Mm-hmm. If Gran made it and you're saying it's good and you like cauliflower, maybe we could have to try. It's really tasty. It's really tasty.
It really is. Like if it's cauliflower is one of those ones that like you have to have a recipe and it has to be done right because most of the time it's just hot.
I don't even know what I'm faxing at, but I'm faxed.
Although I will say there was a pizza place one time that had like because gluten free a cauliflower base and not as bad as I thought it was. I thought for sure I was like this is gonna be disgusting, but it wasn't bad. Like it doesn't replace the gluten. That's so fucking good, but not bad. It's bad.
I'm all the good on cauliflower. I'm all the good.
Okay.
Can you ask a real question?
I did write that down. I was like, what's Brad's thoughts on cauliflower? Because cauliflower is so random. No one really uses cauliflower. It's garbage.
Yeah, it belongs in the trash.
Okay.
It should be used to light your fires.
Okay, so we have Moon Knight coming up, and I still believe we may see some surprise characters because they like to do that. I don't know if we're gonna get a whole lot of them though. I think Moon Knight's gonna be the main one they're gonna introduce, which is what I'm hoping for. Multiverse of Madness though, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
That one for sure. We're gonna see something that we're gonna be like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard tell. Let me say my theories.
I've heard a few different theories as well. So what do you think will be the biggest surprise character in Multiverse of Madness? And it could be just for a split second, or it could be like part of the movie. It could be.
So I think Tom Cruise's as Tony Stark variant would be would be an interesting.
Yeah.
That's a lot of speculation that it's going to be. I've heard it's not going to be in there. I've heard he's going to be in there because there has been screenings, and they mess with the screenings a lot, so the test audience don't know. They just get the general idea.
Yeah, that one's been floated around there for a little while now.
Yeah, so I think that Tom Cruise being Tony Stark is crazy. The other one is, oh Lord. I haven't thought about this in like a week. If we did this a week ago, I'd be on the ball.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about it right now. I think Captain Carter, has been rumored.
Yeah, Captain Carter having freaking Haley Atwater actually as Captain Carter.
I think she's beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
I really do.
No, she's gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Gorgeous.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, no, she's gorgeous.
And usually I'm more into like a darker Hispanic looking, but she's a very beautiful woman.
I mean, it just depends in any genre of lady.
Mm-hmm. I think she's very beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, any shape or size, like color, whatever. It just really depends. The first thing, you just have to have some lips, a little bit. Just have a little bit to a lot of lips for me.
She does, and she has.
She does. Yeah. And then you have to have the I'll either fuck you or fuck you up eyes. You have to have those. She also has those.
Check and check.
Yeah. and then after that, it's just what makes one. You have to be confident in your body. Okay. Mm-hmm. And two, it has to fit your face for me. Like that's it. Doesn't matter what it looks like, honestly.
Yeah. No, I don't really have like
bust or girth or anything like that. Doesn't really matter for me.
No. I'm not.
As long as it fits your face, as long as it all goes together. You look healthy is what I'm really getting at. It looks like you're taking care of yourself.
You take care of yourself.
That's all I'm at. Just take care of yourself.
It's like for men too, dude. Like, dude.
Seriously, no, I'm no exception.
Just take care of yourself.
No, I'm like on the border of almost not taking care of himself, but he's starting to take care of himself.
Sometimes I don't. Like the last YouTube video, I've noticed like I did not trim my beard up. I was not prepared to be on camera, and
never are, and never will be.
So I apologize for that.
The camera's never prepared to have you.
I took a little bit more time for trimming my beard and putting some little oils on it.
Probably took a little more time.
I put some chapstick.
There's not enough time in the world. Never mind. Yeah, you got no lip, so just calm down. You got a half a bottom lip.
Captain
Carter.
Half
a bottom lip, so calm down.
So Captain Carter. Obviously, people think that Strange Supreme is going to be there, and it looks like Strange Supreme, but it's hard to tell if it's really Strange Supreme.
I think it is Strange Supreme.
And then there was another rumor of a character playing Doctor Strange as well.
Another actor.
Yeah. And
I like how your dog trapped his own foot between my toes, and he can get it out easily, but he's choosing to fight. Anyways. So Haley Atwater would be great. Again, that Gwen Stacy being played by Emma Stone being in there would be amazing. Getting a live action Miles Morales. By the way, leading into the second question, who would you think would be a great pick for Miles Morales?
Zero clue. But for Multiverse of Madness.
So no, hold on. I have something for this. It won't take long. We can go back into Multiverse of Madness for sure. So Jayden Smith. Let that simmer for a second. What do you think? He's 23 years old.
Maybe. I give it a different. I'd have to see him.
I would.
I think he's
he has chops.
Comparable.
Mm-hmm. He's close to the right age. He's a little old actually. 23, but he could play somebody that young. He has the ability to. I think. I don't know. I think he might be on a short list of names.
So here's something interesting, and I do like that idea. Here's something interesting though. I am on Marvel-movies.fandom.com, and it is saying confirmed rumors that Sophia DiMartino and Tom Hiddleston have been confirmed.
Could be in the Multiverse of Madness.
As Loki Laufey.
They're supposed to lead into Loki 2, season 2.
And Haley Atwell as Captain Carter.
Atwell, yes.
That they're saying that Paul Bettany as Vision, which I think is. Someone is saying Tom Maguire, but that wouldn't make any sense. Jared Leto's also on here.
Tom Maguire or Toby?
Toby Maguire.
Yeah, I've heard Toby in that too. That's why I think that's why I really think that I do remember that. That's why I really do think that they're going to do another Spider-Man.
It says confirmed, but I don't. I'm gonna have to fact check that before
we submit it. But I've heard that too. Toby Maguire. Yeah, like I say, if you asked me a week ago, I'd be more up my chops.
Because Sam Raimi is directing it, right?
Yes. Sam Raimi is directing Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, I wrote down Loki initially because I thought Loki was going to be That was one of my picks to be in it. Because I know you obviously won Envision.
Yeah.
I've
heard tell that this is going to lead directly into Loki season 2.
Okay.
And then also I do think and I do remember the Toby talk, and that's why I was sure. I was like, there's a reason, I just can't remember what it is off the top of my head. That there is going to be another group, not just that Sony is more than open to the idea because of how much money they made, because how successful the movie was. Number 6 grossing in the world.
Yep. We won't dive too, but I don't think it's not going to happen.
It's definitely not confirmed. It's far from confirmed. It's far from confirmed.
I think there's just a long way to go before we.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be this year. I don't think it's going to be this year. If it's going to happen, it's not going to be this year. It's going to be the next year, or the year after. That's when it's going to happen.
Do we see Billy and Tommy come back?
They are supposed to be
rumored
in the movie. They're supposed to be in the movie
because she's definitely looking for them. Like she's trying to find them.
She's supposed to be the in-your-face antagonist. She may not be the actual antagonist. She's supposed to be in the face antagonist because she's looking for Billy and Tommy. That's where she is in the mountains at the end of WandaVision.
Yeah, but
that's what she's doing.
But the trailer,
because she doesn't exist somewhere in the multiverse. That's where she's looking.
Yeah, but she's in. So the trailer doesn't necessarily appear that way, but it could also easily turn that way. Doctor Strange can easily turn to the antagonist, although he's been confirmed to be the leader of the.
She can project herself doing stuff and messing with metaphysical matter while she does her spells. Like she has 2 bodies basically. Yeah. So that in the trailer could definitely be her double that she's created for herself to talk and diverge people, so that way she can be doing other things.
Okay.
She has a shit ton of power.
So we're going to probably see, again, White Vision is the Vision we're going to see. Maybe Billy and Tommy.
We might see an undestroyed Vision from a different universe, too.
When we see Captain Carter, do we get to see a Uatu in real life?
That is a big
maybe. Jeffrey
maybe.
Wright, too?
That is a big maybe. I don't know. Those ones I don't know.
I would love to see Jeffrey Wright, dude, because his voice is amazing, and he is such a good actor. Like it's not just his voice for Uatu. Like he's like a legitimate actor.
He's a legit. Yeah.
Yeah. He's very, very good. I don't know. It's gonna get wild. I think Loki.
Is it gonna get wet and wild?
So before it was confirmed, my thing was gonna be, I think we're gonna see Loki. Sophia DiMartino, I wasn't sure. But Loki for Tom Hiddleston, or at least one of the variants of Loki, we're gonna see. That's what I mean. That was my thinking. I don't know if we're gonna see Kang quite yet, and that's gonna be something towards the end. He's gonna be more Quantumanium when Ant-Man and Wasp get into it, and then Tobey Maguire's like Sam Raimi. He might just make an appearance as they float through the multiverse. You also have Miss America's already been confirmed, as you see her in the trailer, anyways. Yeah. And then, obviously, possibly Strange Supreme seems like a pretty strong possibility.
Yeah, I see it. I can see that happening.
But if you see Strange Supreme,
there's a lot.
Then you might see Uatu.
Yep. I was just about to say that.
Do you see? Here's another one that might be interesting. Do we see Michael B. Jordan as
Killmonger,
or Black Panther?
Like if he went in a timeline, he went good and he was the Black Panther. I don't know.
Although they did kind of set it up, what if that he's kind of always bad? But who knows? Maybe one multiverse, he is good.
Well, I mean, it's something that He Will Remain has stated, that there's all sorts of variants of him, and not all of them are good, not all of them are bad.
Yeah, and that'd be interesting because you do have in What If where T'Challa goes to be Star-Lord, and maybe in that universe, his dad isn't killed, right? And he comes home. And he takes up the mantle as Black Panther.
Yeah, and he gets a different tutelage.
So that'd be interesting. That would kind of clear up some things. Plus, people want to see more Michael B. Jordan because, I mean,
he's gorgeous.
He's a beautiful man. He's
gorgeous.
A beautiful man. And he's also like a very good actor.
Look at you. You're a beautiful man.
Yeah. Standing there.
That's your turn.
Rock hard abs and your dynamite areolas.
That's your turn. I didn't say I'd do that. You beautiful son of a bitch. Yeah, freaking Jay Disley.
Okay, I had another. Okay.
There's no way around. That's what he says. There's no way around it. You're gorgeous.
So another character, and this leads to another question. What about the return of Natasha?
I think there's strong possibility.
And does that lead to a change in Yelena as her character moves forward.
I think there's a strong possibility there's a Natasha Romanoff. I think that this variant may not have a Yelena. So there might be a whole new dynamic being created between Yelena and Natasha.
I love the character Yelena. It's with Kate Bishop.
That dynamic's amazing.
They do so well together.
Kate Bishop. I'm not here to ruin anything. I'm just going to kill Barton, have some appetizers, and then I'll go.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the bruschetta because it looks like you already lost him.
He's in the elevator.
Well, yeah, out of 65 floors, you think you're just gonna magically guess which one he's on?
12th floor.
Damn it.
The dynamic's amazing. It's so funny. And it
I wouldn't mind watching more projects with those two, Haley Steinfeld.
Well,
and
we are
Florence Pugh.
seeing a startup for the Young Avengers. We are seeing,
But even outside of Marvel, like I just think that the two actors the actors
vibe
vibe very well together. I enjoyed that repartee. Okay, Miles Morales. Yeah, you said Jayden Smith.
I said that I could see Jayden Smith doing it, but I mean he's a little old, so there might be a no name coming out.
I think that's the route they go.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're gonna go. I think they're gonna pull a lot of no names out of their hat. Yeah,
I think that. I mean, and then maybe there's an actor we just don't know.
I do think we missed Jayden Smith by like 5 years.
Yeah,
if not 7 or 8 years.
I'm curious if we do see Will or Jayden or Jada make their MCU debut. I mean, we need to see the Donald Faisons.
That would be great to have a Donald Faison in there.
It needs to happen.
Well, what would he put? Which character?
I don't care. You can find one for Donald.
He plays Miles Morales. He plays Miles Morales.
That old Miles Morales. Yeah, I don't know what character he'd play. That's why I don't get paid to make those decisions.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What character would he play? I mean, he could do.
Black Stormtrooper.
Black Stormtrooper. It's like his Lego show you. No. I don't know.
So here's a question.
Donald's Faisons. I don't even think there's a spot for Zack, to be honest. I think there's more of a spot for Donald than there is for Zack, but I don't even know where he'd be.
I don't think Zack would. That's in his wheelhouse anyways, or something he wants to do.
Yeah, he doesn't want to step on.
So here's a question for you. What actor and what character would you want to see paired together? Like, can you think of a character?
Easy. Ryan Reynolds Deadpool with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
No. Like, what actor has not played a character in the MCU yet that you think is perfect for a specific character?
I said what I said. No, shit.
And you can't say freaking Jim
Jim Halpert as Mr. Fantastic, because that is an obvious one.
Yeah.
And his wife would be a good Sue Storm.
And you can't say Ula as
freaking Johnny Storm.
Yep, that's a callback for one of our podcasts episodes.
Yeah,
you gotta go listen to it.
That'd be great. As Johnny Storm, as freaking the Human Torch.
Let's get the sucker ready.
Let's get the sucker ready. Flame on, eh? He's like, I'm gonna flame on, then we're gonna take the sucker off for a spin. So, can you stop poofing on that joint for me? Get to work. All right. We're going to get the sucker ready. And we're going to take it out for a spin. Freaking love Ula, dude. He's great. So I would say John Krasinski is as Mr. Fantastic would be perfect. Would be absolutely perfect.
The easiest route to go right is the X-Men route, because that's going to happen.
That's what I was thinking.
That might happen
X-Men
in Multiverse of Madness.
But like, who would play a good Xavier besides like even John McAvoy and
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy and John Stewart, or not John Stewart.
James
McAvoy, Sir James Patrick Stewart are perfect for that role. They really did kill it. And James McAvoy is at the age where he can still come back and play it just fine and not miss a beat.
Yeah.
So those are obvious. And then Michael Fassbender playing Magneto is also just fine.
Fassbender, I think if he does come out, he has to play.
Fassbender is amazing.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I think that's one of those where they haven't, for every character they haven't moved over the same actor, like even from the Netflix series But the ones they have are like Charlie Cox for Daredevil. Like you have to.
Yeah, and freaking
Vincent D'Onofrio for Kingpin. Yeah,
D'Onofrio plays such a good Kingpin.
They've also, I think they've confirmed the guy that played Daredevil. Oh, not Daredevil. Ghost Rider too, right?
Oh no, I don't know. From the Agents of Shield.
I believe so. There was another one that they've confirmed.
Oh, okay, yeah, back. I don't know about that one. That'd be great too.
I thought Zac Efron as Adam would be perfect, but the guy I have come around to.
He's a good actor. He's a good actor, and I'm open to seeing what he can do with it. It's the guy from We Are the Millers.
Yeah, he doesn't. Will Poulter.
Will Poulter, thank you.
He doesn't look like that character.
He has a swooped up eyebrow, but I mean, he is a very good actor. He's been doing it for a long time.
And if you look at him now compared to whenever he was a younger actor, he's starting to fit that more. He has more of a chiseled jaw now.
Yes.
And from what I understand, people are very excited about that pick. Like
I think there's a lot of potential there, and I am not casting any sort of judgment.
So because I thought Zac Efron maybe as a Nova.
Okay.
Nova would be pretty
Nova
cool.
would be great. Yeah.
Or what's the guy? The name of the guy from the Guardians of the Galaxy, the original Guardians of the Galaxy guy.
There's a long list
because they changed it. I know, and I can't remember his name. He might be able to fit that role as well.
Yondu.
Yondu.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. That actor's great for that role. He played such a good job. I would like to see the dude,
Michael
the Big Lebowski, or not the Big Lebowski, but Lebowski.
Yeah, but he's already
Jeff Bridges.
He's already been in MCU.
That's true. He does play Obadiah Stane,
and I love Jeff Bridges.
I love Jeff Bridges. I was just watching R.I.P.D. with Ryan Reynolds and Jeff Bridges. It's so good. So good. It's such a fun time. It's not like one of the best movies ever made, but it is such a fun time. It is a good movie to watch just to have fun.
I'm going to go Zac Efron as Nova. I think.
Go Zac Efron as Nova. I could see that.
Because I think he wants to push his acting chops a little bit more. What about like a Silver Surfer? Like who would
be a good Silver Surfer? You would need kind of a plain looking dude.
I think that, what's that guy's name?
Super jacked.
From Peaky Blinders.
Oh, the main actor? Freaking.
He's real slender. But Killian Murphy.
I
think he could fit.
He would need to bulk up just a little bit, and he'd be good.
Not a whole lot though, but he has that slender face already.
Yes, he just needs to bulk up his body just a little bit, not a lot.
And he also plays
because he's nude the whole time.
What does he play in Dark Knight? What's that guy's name?
The Scarecrow.
Scarecrow, thank you. Yeah. Where's the mask?
That's where I first seen him. Is the Dark Knight, the freaking Dark Knight trilogy.
I think him as Silver Surfer might be.
That's a good pick too.
He actually could play Ghost Rider too.
He could. Yeah, I think he's a better Silver Surfer, honestly.
Silver Surfer is...
Because who else has a plain look like that? That with a nice, defined jaw that has a plain look.
Yep.
You know?
And you have to have the kind of, like, again, the long, slender face.
Yes.
He does.
Yeah, you have to. For Silver Surfer. I would definitely say that's not a bad...
That was the first name.
Whatever.
I was like, boom, that face came to my mind, and I was like, oh, what is his name?
You know what? I got this. James Earl Jones as Galactus. That's my pick.
Love it.
You know what? I was wrong. Danny DeVito.
You know what? Do you know what the white guy inside of Darth Vader?
Yeah. But voiced by yeah. Oh man. What's Hayden Christensen.
No. Hayden Christensen. Ewan McGregor, like he has to come into the fold somehow.
Both of them. I really like Hayden Christensen. I'm really mad at the freaking Star Wars community for shitting all over him.
No, and I think they're talking about him coming back to redeem himself.
You know, he's for sure. He's confirmed.
He didn't do as bad as people.
No.
I think he's gonna fucking watch. He's gonna start wrecking people. John Favreau at the helm behind Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And people are gonna start being like.
I'm positive he's confirmed Darth Vader in the Obi-Wan series.
But people, Star Wars. This is how bad Star Wars. To get off on a Star Wars tangent, this is how bad Star Wars fans are. People are shitting on Boba Fett right now because Boba Fett was cooler in the movies. Go back and watch the movies with Boba Fett. He doesn't do a fucking thing.
He doesn't do
fuck all.
He just sits in the background the whole time.
He goes like this one time.
Yeah, that's it.
And he looks cool. Like he has a character.
I think he's badass. He's building a family around himself. He's creating a family.
Like you're starting to see like him as a person.
And you can see he shows exactly what happens to him after he gets out of the Sarlacc pit.
But they showed on the trilogies where they showed where he came from.
It's exactly what Patton Oswalt said he was going to do in Parks and Recreations when he was filibustering.
Yep.
Okay? He gets his shit back in a badass way. He fucks up a bunch of people all the time.
I'm excited for
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Because he's badass.
I'm excited for Wednesday.
Wednesday Adam?
No, because the new episode of Boba
Oh,
Fett.
yeah. Definitely not. Definitely not.
No.
Not the
No.
Wednesday Addams.
Yeah.
No, we can definitely do. I definitely do want to watch it. I was really happy with the last episode.
Well, it is all
I was
all Mando centric.
It was Mando, but I mean, I liked it better than any other Mando episode. It was my favorite of the Mandalorian Boba Fett shows. It was so good.
Because he was like ruthless, man. He freaking sliced that dude's heads off with the freaking.
You get to see some badass shit in the beginning, and then he gets into the one-on-one fight with the other dude and wins, and he's a bigger freaking.
And then he builds himself a freaking American Muscle hot rod.
Dude, yeah. And Justin texted me. So Justin called me and he's like, I haven't watched it yet, and I was like, it's gonna be a Mandalorian episode, right? And I was like, oh, is it? And it was supposed to be
play the music right at the end of the last episode.
I was like, oh, they did. I missed that part. And then Justin watches it.
As soon as I played, I was like, oh, here comes Mando.
Yeah, the whole thing's Mandalorian. And like I knew, and I did remember all of it. I just had to lie to Justin.
And then I texted him. I was like, they gave him some American Muscle.
I know. And I started dying. I was sitting next to my buddy Chris, and I was like, dude, look what he just wrote. I was like, yeah, the freaking the starship from Naboo. Yeah,
it has the motor sticking out the front.
Everything.
It's freaking loud.
Yeah, they give it. It is. It's hilarious.
He lives life a quarter mile at a time. That's all I know.
Dude, that's facts. A quarter parsec at a time. He lives my life at a quarter parsec at a time.
And he's like, hey, I understand, but we need my help, but I got family.
I got to go see my little baby. I got to go see a little friend. That's what he says. He's like, I'll do it on the house because I got respect for Boba Fett, but I got to go see a little friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I am generally curious because they got to tie up some ends from the sequels from 7, 8, 9 because Yoda goes with Luke, and then you got to tie up some ends with the Knights of Ren and all that. So I'm curious to see how they cover that up.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because Boba's gonna end, and then we're gonna get Mandalorian 2, which is gonna go him going back to find Grogu. And then we're going to get Boba Fett, the book Boba Fett 2. Season 2, which is going to be Mandalorian. He's going to be back. I bet you it's going to open up. This is my guess. It's going to open up, and he's already going to be back with Boba. Like it's not going to. We're not going to have to wait.
Yeah. So season 3 is going to lead into season 2.
Either that, or like the second or the third last episode of the season of season 2 of Boba Fett. He's going to show up like right when they need him.
And I believe they've already confirmed they're going to make another trilogy, right? But it's not going to be Skywalker family centric, which is what they should have done to begin with.
No, they should.
I still think their best move is, tell a story that's either moving forward, which looks like they might, or tell a story that goes way back to like whenever
the older Republic, the High Republic,
where the Force isn't an old religion, like it is the religion at the time.
Yeah,
like
the High Republic would be awesome. Yes, yes. I would 100% agree.
Like Revan, dude, would be so badass to see on the screen.
Dude, the Revan Malak would be amazing, and they've talked about making it. They've confirmed it, and then canceled it, and confirmed it, and canceled it like a bunch of times.
Well, because I think it has to be done right, and people are scared to take that project on.
Yeah,
because there would be so much hype and pressure on that project.
Yes, it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender live action series or movies.
There would be so much
because M Night Shyamalan fucked it all up.
Yep. Well, but
he did bad. It was not good.
Well, but people for Star Wars fans, we just talked about, they're fucking crazy.
Yeah,
they're crazy.
Yeah,
they're. You want to talk about like invested fans?
It's just like even like Percy Jackson Olympians. If you read the books, the movie is garbage. But if you haven't read the books, the movie's okay.
Yep.
I can't stand it. I read the books before I watched the movie. Awful. And same thing with Aragon. I can't stand the movie, but I know a lot of people that love it that never read the books. You read the books, you can't do a second movie because they messed it up so that bad. Just like Percy Jackson Olympians and just like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I think
just
similar to
terrible.
Yeah, I think similar to Catching Fire, Mockingjay, and all that. From the books to the movies, it doesn't translate as well. Like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter set the mold, and people just haven't really been able to
figure it out. And even Lord of the Rings, they took a lot of creative liberties from the books to the movies, but
they did it they did it well.
But they did a good job, yeah. Because in the books, Frodo is like 50 something. He's old whenever they go out on the adventure. Like Bilbo leaves him Bag End and the Ring when he's like in his 20s, and Gandalf leaves for like 30 years and comes back, and then takes Frodo on his journey, right? And Sam is young, so he's like a young gardener that's working in his garden because Frodo's getting to the age where he can't really do it himself. Yeah, Samwise Gamgee's. And they leave Bag End, and then they go to Frodo procures another home. So Frodo sells Bag End, guts it, and then goes to another home and lives there until he goes on to his journey, where he meets a guy named Sam Bombadil and this bear guy. He's a bear guy and all that stuff. And
Real quick, Sean Astin, I would like to see him in Marvel.
oh, Sean Astin's amazing. I love Sean Astin. You kidding me?
I would like to see him in.
Sean Astin's amazing. I would also like to see freaking Frodo Baggins, freaking Elijah Wood. Yeah.
Wilfred. If you guys never watched,
Dude, Wilfred's one of the greatest 3 series episodes ever made.
It is one of the more underappreciated and underrated.
I've watched it
shows
twice. It's
ever
very good.
made. And you want to talk about a movie that hits mental health on the nose?
Dude, yes.
It is so good.
Each episode is about either an aspect of mental disorder or is about a specific type of mental disorder.
Which is a show that people need to start talking about again. Yeah. Like it should get it
because he's schizophrenic. Like that's the whole point. Is he's schizophrenic? He sees a talking dog.
What needs to happen is it ended up on FX and it got kind of clouded by Always Sunny, and it was right in the middle of things transitioning to more digital. And streaming as opposed to cable, and it stayed on cable. A good streaming service needs to pick it up, put it on there, and then promote it because it's so good.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah, and it's so good. And they I feel like it ended so well. Mm-hmm. It left you a little frustrated, a little satisfied, a little left to be to for you to wonder, and a little like you got some answers for some stuff.
Wilfred, that's our recommendation of the show.
You definitely watch Wilfred. But and also Avatar: The Last Airbender, one of the greatest series of all time.
Elijah Wood,
another three series show is amazing show. So also watch that one.
Yeah, but I'll go back to again, Star Wars fans are a little crazy, and because Star Wars fans have been so intense about everything, like they've criticized and picked apart and not been happy about anything, even the good stuff, that is so badly that it's kind of screwed over Star Wars fans, because the shows they want to see, like the Knights of the Old Republic or Revan and all that, people don't want to touch them because why would you?
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to because there's so much hype around there.
Yeah,
because it doesn't matter how good you make it.
Yeah, well, it's
never going to be enough.
They scared George, which he should have just stuck to his guns. I keep saying this.
He should have stuck to his guns.
George Lucas should have stuck to his guns, and when he made the prequels. When he made the prequels, he should have just held on tight and said, you know what? These guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm the original creator. I'm the mastermind behind this. I'm going to make this movie the way that I want to make it. Fuck them. And it would have came out amazing. Yep. You're kidding me? Yep. Came out amazing. They still came out amazing. Are you shitting me?
No, they're
still so good.
So much better than
I will rewatch those. I will never rewatch the freaking the sequels. The Seek sequels, I guess, the newest trilogy.
I will watch The Force Awakens, but the other two are very hard to watch.
I haven't even... I watched the first two. I cannot watch the third one. It's unwatchable.
Yeah, and that was direct. That was a direct result of Star Wars fans.
Yes,
because they
tried to placate them. You can't.
Tried so hard to play, and it just came out
I think the only way,
because the story suffered, and that's what makes Star Wars is the worlds that they created and the story. And the story just was not well done. And that's why Mandalorian does so well, because the story of Mandalorian
is strong.
It's a strong story.
And the Book of Boba Fett is going to be, by the end of it, it's going to be very strong.
Yeah, I think people need to give that more of a chance. Because they had such a high because Boba. Like, Mandalorian was able to get away with it because they didn't know anything about the Mandalorian. Yes. So they were open to his story.
And you got to realize he just healed up in the Bantha tanks. Because he was damaged. He had scars all over his body. He was hurt, and he's healing. And
what's that Wookiee's name, dude? He's a badass.
I can't remember what it is.
He's so cool.
He's a badass Wookiee. He's one of the coolest characters they've come out with in a while. And that's what Chris was saying too, and I was like, yeah, dude, definitely. And and then the fact that he's gonna get a fucking Rancor he's gonna ride around on. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, my guys? Really cool.
But people are complaining. They're like, he was so much cooler in the movies. And that's why people don't like Star Wars fans.
No, go shit yourself, dude. Yeah. He's so cool.
You know what?
He's so cool.
If you think he was cool in the movies than in the show,
fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Go fuck yourself. That's where I sit. Like I say, he's badass. He's badass, and I think he's only getting started.
It's only getting started. I think
he's only getting started. More time. I think he's going to be more badass by the end of it. And you got to remember, he's getting older. He's not a young man anymore, where he was whenever the fucking Jabba dropped him in the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah,
you know, it's been a few years. It isn't just like 2 days later. He's trying to run a whole syndicate. You know.
Yep.
He's a daimyo. So I would just back the fuck off.
And stop with the Inquisition.
Thank you.
You to put me on trial. I've never even met you. So why don't you back the shit off, all right? And stop with the Inquisition.
Let's get out of this episode. It wasn't as tight, but I think it's entertaining.
Yeah, there's a lot of information.
I mean, it wasn't as tight as our last episode.
Yeah.
But we are going to get back and record sometime next few days to come out with an episode next week. So you have the podcast episode coming out on the 5th.
That one will be coming out on Pornhub, but that's a different thing.
So the episode's coming out on the 5th. At that point, I will be at my little girl's cheerleading competition, having fun there. Branden will probably be like balls deep in a bag of Cheetos.
No, I don't really eat like that.
I wasn't talking about eating.
Yeah, I do that.
No, Branden, I don't know what Branden will be doing Saturday. I know I'll be in Phoenix.
I have stuff going on, but I'll be home. I'll be local.
Yep. And then hopefully this.
Actually, I might be doing some Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments.
Hopefully this YouTube's episodes is I'm hoping to have it out on the 4th. We'll say Friday. We'll put it out Friday the 4th. Put the podcast episode out on the 5th, and then we're gonna record another YouTube's episode to come out next week on the. Let's go with the 10th. I'm gonna aim for the 10th, even though it might be the 11th.
I'm thinking about doing. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, I think I'm gonna do a deck profile on Heroes. I'm waiting on getting some cards because they're pricey. I need some DPEs. If anyone wants to send me to,
Coop will send you some DP.
No DPEs.
Oh yeah,
Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcers. Destiny Hero, Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcers. I need 2 of those. I need a Dasher, and I think I need another Malicious. That's it. That's all I need. A Malicious Bane, not Destiny Hero Malicious, Evil Hero Malicious Bane. I need one of those. So if I could get those, that would be complete my deck profile, and I would be able to show everybody because I think I have it figured out.
Oh, okay. So set your calendars, guys. Friday the 4th, YouTube's, which is you're already watching it.
Yep.
Tomorrow, Saturday the 5th.
Yep.
Podcast.
Started listening to it.
Next Friday the 11th.
Wait.
Another YouTube's.
Yeah.
The following Saturday, the 19th, podcast. And probably the 18th, another
Cast
YouTube's.
pod. Yeah.
So I'm going to try to hit it every Friday if I can. Every other Saturday for the podcast for Shizzle.
And then every other Friday for
And then
YouTubes.
I'm going to try every Friday if we can help it for YouTube's. Because I want the YouTube to be a little bit more consistent. Because we don't have to, it's not as much research. That the podcast, we would do it every week if somebody like headed up the research or took some of that from us.
We could do more.
We could do more episodes.
If
we'll still do a lot of the research. We love doing the research.
Yeah, no.
But if somebody
somebody would take the helm, they could do a research for 1 week. I would do the research for the next.
We could do more because that's really the biggest hang up is making sure our episode is put together.
Sure that we do that
because we both
make things sure.
Well, we both work. We both have families, and then the time it takes to put these together. So let's get out of this. So Branden can get home.
Yes.
And I can spend the next couple of days editing this and getting this together.
Yep.
If you're a Star Wars fan, poop your pants. If you're a Marvel fan, cream your pants. Have a good time.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself.
Ooh. If you need help cleaning it up, Ollie Doggo, I'm sure would be more than willing.
Let's not do that to Ollie.
Okay.
Let's not do that to Ollie.
Well.
Possibly Coop.
Cooper, for sure. Cooper for sure will help you with that.
Again, guys, email us all the good stuff.
I'm gonna record some of the nasties. Next time he answers the phone, give me like at least some sort of a heads up, and I'll record the conversation.
I don't have a heads up because it's just like you call me and he's next to me, and I.
Well, I'm gonna record some of the nasty stuff he says. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna sort it out. You guys are gonna hear the disgusting, foul things that this man tells.
Straight
comes
filth
out of his mouth. It's awful.
Filth.
Awfully funny, but it's awful.
We like. He's gonna come on the podcast at some point, so you guys can meet the Koopa Soup,
and you'll hear the nasty stuff he says. He's not gonna hold back.
Yes. It is. We'll have an advisory at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, it's just gonna be worse than usual.
But let's get out of this, Branden.
Yep.
Thank you guys for listening. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.
Hit that bell. Bing.
Yep. All that good stuff.
Thumbs up. Click that. Love you. What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm not gonna copy you. I'm not a sheep. All right, Justin.